So at this point, we're pretty much done with all of our data, and we are moving on to formatting. And there is a lot of really fancy formatting you can do in Excel. This project does not get into that. We just do very basic formatting, and in the upcoming chapters, we get into a little bit more advanced formatting. So what we're going to do is select some cells. They want us to select K4 through L13. So to do that, you take your block plus sign over K4, you left drag down. Now you have to make sure you have the block plus sign. And then we go over to L13. When you have the block plus sign, you are selecting cells. Now, a lot of students, instead of seeing the block plus sign, they get the four-headed arrow. The four-headed arrow is the universal move symbol, and that will actually move the contents of your cell. So when you're trying to highlight and select your cells, you do not want to see the move symbol. Okay? Other times, students, I have seen them actually grab the fill handle, thinking that they are highlighting. And you all know what the fill handle does. It copies. So if I'm on 12.5 and I grab the fill handle, I'm copying 12.5 all the way down. So for this, we want to simply highlight cells. We don't want to move them. We don't want to fill them. So we're going to get the block plus sign. We're going to left drag down with that plus sign, and we're going to go across. And as long as you see the block plus sign, you are selecting cells. And we are going to apply the accounting format. And what that format does is it puts a dollar on the left side. The number is on the right. If it's a large number, it will insert commas, and it also adds 2 decimals to the number. Now, we're going to fix this truncated text in column B. And to do that, we're going to use something called the best fit method. So we're going to take our mouse up in the column letters, and we're going to put it on the line between B and C. And then we're going to double click. So you're going to do the left button pretty fast 2 times in a row. And that is called the best fit method. And you should see the column widen, so Cumberbatch displays. Okay, so again, that's positioning on the line and double clicking. It is called best fit, and what it does is it looks for the longest entry, and it makes the column big enough to display that largest entry. Our next little task, we are going to highlight from A1 to L1. And then we're going to give a command to take the title and put it in the middle. And you want to be very careful when you do this. You do not want to click on the number 1. Because I think there's something like 256 columns in Excel. And if you click on the number 1, you're highlighting all 256 columns. And that is not what we want. Okay, we want only A1 through L1. Okay, that's the only range we want highlighted. And then we're going to give the merge and center command, and it will take our text and put it in the middle. And you'll notice that it takes all of those individual cells and it combines them into one big cell. Okay, so it merges them together and it centers the text that we entered. We're going to do the same thing for our second row. So we're going to start on A2. We're going to go across to L2, and then we're going to merge and center. And you'll notice that it takes all of those individual cells, combines them into one big, huge cell, and then it takes the text and it puts it in the middle. In our next little task, we are going to highlight C3 through L3, which is basically our column headings. And they would like us to change the alignment and make them right aligned, which is what our text is. or what our numbers are. So we're going to come up here, and right now they're left aligned by default. We're going to come up here to the alignment group, and we're going to choose align right. Okay, and that looks quite a bit better with the numbers. And they would like us next to basically select what we have in that last row. So we're going to go A13 through L13. Okay, so we got A13 through L13 highlighted. And then we're going to turn on bold facing. Now what happens if you highlight the wrong range? Just click away and do it again. Okay, we're going to go ahead and apply bold to that, and then I'll click away and you can actually see it a little bit better. Now, according to the book, I should be seeing pound signs in that cell instead of a number. However, I am seeing a number. I'm going to show you what the book is talking about just in case it happened to you. This is what it is talking about. So if you see these little hashtags or pound signs, all it means is that the column is not wide enough to display the formatted number. Okay, because you're only going to see them with numbers. And so what you can do is just position the mouse on the line between L and M and double click, and that will use the best fit method or auto fit method to widen up your column. Now I'm going to save our changes. And we do not need to print anything, but I am going to show you how to display the formulas. Okay, because by default, as you can see, what we are looking at is the result of the formulas, not the formulas themselves. And there's two different ways you can display formulas. You can go into the formulas ribbon and you can turn on show formulas. Okay, and that actually will show you the formulas that were used instead of the results. And you'll also notice that totally messes up all of your nice formatting. This is a toggle, so you can click on it and turn it off, and you can turn it on. The other way to show or hide formulas is to press the Control key and use the back apostrophe. And the back apostrophe is in the upper left section of your keyboard right below Escape. So if you press Control and you press that back apostrophe, that will also display the formulas. And you'll notice Show Formulas is now selected. So I can press, or I can either click Show Formulas to turn it off, or I can press Control and back apostrophe again. So Control and back apostrophe is a toggle, just like Show Formulas is a toggle. You can turn it on and off. Okay, and what I want is for you guys to have this nice spreadsheet displayed, and we are going to save.